Today's video is on jelly plate printing with thrift store items. I had a particularly good shopping trip to the thrift store, and I thought it would be fun to go through the items and see what I found and see what kind of prints they make. So along with that, I want to issue the challenge to you to see what you can find out there in the thrift stores and show us your jelly prints. You can do that over on the Facebook group that we have, Jelly Plate Fun. So hope to see you there. And for now, let's get started. So I got this, no idea what these are, but I see some pattern plates in here, which I think has potential. I got this, I don't know either, but this will yield some patterning. This flower here, now this could be problematic, but I wanted to try it. This little vase, which has a pattern on it that I recognize because it's one of my favorite stencils. And here's the stencil. So I can see this being a great addition. This looks really fun. I'm curious to see what I can get with this. That was a little expensive for $49. And then this, I can see that making a nice pattern. So I've got two 8x10 jelly plates out here, and I don't have a plan. I'm just going to start because that's feels best to me right now. I kind of have a idea about this flower vase pot of seeing a more neutrally thing than I'm used to doing as a background. So I'm gonna start with Van Dyke Brown there and brayer that out. It's a little thin. I notice the transparent, the more, although this isn't looking like it's transparent, but the more transparent colors seem to lace a little bit more, and it's certainly problematic for some. It doesn't bother me all that much. All right. So let's just see, let's get right started. Press in here and see what this looks like. Sometimes the first press, oh, that's not bad. Sometimes it needs to get a little paint on it before it will, and sometimes not, give you a good impression. Yeah, there we go. Maybe should have let that dry before I pressed it right back in. Well, that's kind of pretty. Kind of pretty like that. Okay, and we'll let that dry a little bit before we put paint on there. Now let's go with I want black and sap green. I know I'm not going to be happy with a whole sheet of this print of the whatever this item is, so it's really, again, it's lacing, but as I brayer it, it seems to be, it's weird. Don't know why I'm getting that today. Throw a little Azo Gold on there. Okay, that ought to do it. And now I feel like that needs to sit for a second before I press anything into it. So let's move that out of the way. And is this dry? Yeah, I think that'll go. Let's just see what this looks like here. Oh, I like that. Yes, that's a score. And then let's use this the rest of the way here. Oh, yeah, that's really pretty too. Yay. Whoops, need a little more room. Okay. All right, let's see. I was really thinking sort of tight and buff here and maybe a little bit of Naples yellow. Blur that out. Okay, let's get some rice paper on here. Although copy paper would be good on this too, because I know this is going to be a background for me, and sometimes that heavier paper is better when you're as a foundation. Okay, let's, oops, little bits of collage paper. Okay, now, what do we want to do with this? I feel like I want some, this is going to need to dry. Do I want to do a sort of an ombre, maybe? Oh, that was Hansa Yellow Opaque, Dialeride Yellow. Do a little bit of, really loving this Nova Color Fluorescent Magenta. And let's do some red. I don't know why I'm hearing a little bit of gold, because that's probably way too much pigment. Sorry, it snuck out of frame. All right. Gotta record the temperature and humidity level, because I know it's higher than I'm used to. I can feel it. Makes such a big difference. Don't know why I wanted that little bit of gold up there, but maybe a little bit up there and a little bit down here. And that is iridescent bright gold. This is pyrrole red here. A little bit of gold still on there. Okay. All right, now these are both going to need to dry for a while. This higher humidity is really making it necessary for me to be extremely patient, which I am not. And so We will let this dry for at least, I'm gonna say 20 minutes. Okay, that was a solid 20 minutes. Let's see what we got. Let's see this first one here, which is somewhat atypical for me, I think, but there's a couple. There's a couple little bits of gold in there, which is a nice addition. I think gold would have been fun. I don't know, I like that. I'm not as crazy about it as I thought I would be, but there's one. And then let's see what this one looks like. Okay. That's going to be fun to use. Again, I think maybe that's a little too much of this one pattern for a whole sheet, but all right, well, let's keep going. We've so far highly successful, I would say, items, and let's keep going. Let's see. I'm really enchanted with these one pull jelly prints, but I gotta tell you, they kind of bend my mind around as far as how to put them together. So I've struggled to, I've done a couple on reels, but I haven't done a video. So I'm attempting sort of some of it now. For reasons unknown to myself. So we've got carbon black and we've got, I think this is pyrrole red. I'll check. Since I've got two plates going, I should just roll off the extra paint on the second plate. But I'm not doing that, so. All right, let me let that sit for just a second or else it won't pick up. We have not tried the flower. We have not tried this one yet. And we have not tried this stuff yet, which I don't even know what this is, so. All right, fingers crossed, we'll see what this does. Okay, it's too far away from this does not press on the plate, so that's unfortunate. We'll try it down here. And yes, I could turn it over. Okay, that's better. Yeah. I mean, that's okay. Do we want another one? I'll put one here. Whoops, I just stuck my thumb in the... Okay, I didn't get as good press on that. Yeah, that middle part's gonna be problematic unless I figure out how to bend the flowers away, or the petals away. All right, let's see here. Let's just roll this down. Oh, it's already too dry. All right, well, so we'll move to the stencil and see if we can get it that way. All right. That's too dry. I'm just trying to salvage the print here. I'm going to use this, which is another Goodwill item, as you may or may not know. Yeah, that's still working, and then we'll see if it works over here. Good. Okay. Lego's always a happy addition. Just, who would think? It's the simplest tool, but it's just so effective. All right, I'm gonna say that's dry enough to add in paint. Let's go. Just do a little bit of that, a little bit of blue. Feel like I want some gold. There's not going to be much to see up there, unfortunately. All right, let's see how we're doing on this. Let's see. Want some red over there, maybe? This one might need a second pulling layer, lifting layer. These just fascinate me. I wish I could logically figure it out so I knew what I was doing. But I'm not there yet. Not there yet. And I'm getting off track with my Goodwill items, but you know that's what happens, right? Okay. I'm kind of muddying the waters there. We'll see what happens. Okay, and that's gonna need to sit for a nice long time. So I'll move that out of the way, and we still have a plate to work with. That is really wet. You can see it. If it's wrinkling like that, it is wet, wet, wet. Okay, let's see. Yeah, these are all pretty fun. Oh, wow. All right, so let's see. Let's do a little bit of, let's do some Amsterdam. We'll do oxide black. We'll do some greenish blue. And we'll do some reflex rose at the top. All right. Whoops. Ran it right off the side of the page, or the side of the plate there. And that's too much paint, I'm afraid. Really do not have the hang of the Amsterdam. I put out way too much. And that's distressing, as you know. If the paint is ridgy like that, I know I'm not going to be able to get what I want, so. Okay, now the challenge is going to be how to press this down and pick it back up. God, these are fun though. And while this is tempting, I'm sure I probably don't want the round, this border around everything. But for trying it out, I mean, I'll have to research what the Chinese symbols are saying. Hopefully it's something good. Okay. It's still a little too wet, but that's gonna be great. So let's give that another minute. This is fun. Yeah, it's still too juicy. I'm so impatient. So hard to wait. Okay, what other one do we want? Oh, I really like this one too. Love that design. Okay, so that's fun too. I like them all, actually. Okay. Love that. Oh boy. Let's press that up here. We'll get a little bit of that blue up. Oh boy. Yippee. Okay. That's my favorite one. Gonna have to put a mark on this so I know which side is up. Yep. Okay, and let's see if we can get this. Oops. Okay, I think a little less paint and this is gonna work. Wish I had something to press that onto right now. Okay. Valuable jelly plate real estate here. This was just a tremendous find too. Of course, we could use the shot glass, the now famous shot glass. Oh, it's getting dry now. Okay. Now we'll let this one dry also. We're letting our other one dry, and we'll let this one dry thoroughly and then put a layer on and lift it. Okay, that was 15 minutes and I did check. It's 92 degrees outside. It's 78 degrees inside. The humidity is 30%, which is high by our standards, but it's still within the range that works well for me anyway. So let's pick this print up and then we can look at the other one and see how it turned out. So we want to go, dark up here, but I hate losing that patterning. Let's see. Let me be more intentional. We'll put a little bit of blue right here. Then we'll put do some Titan buff here. I better get that brayered in. Oh, it's starting to lift. All right, we're gonna do some, I know it's completely crazy, but we're gonna do some orange there. Yoicks. Wow. And then we'll do a little bit of, let's see, we have pink up here. We could do pink and gold down here. I know, super erratic. You know, sometimes you just feel a little bit crazy. That was the Nova color again, and here's iridescent bright gold. I'm gonna blend everything, smear everything. That looks interesting. Okay, that has potential. I'm grabbing a piece of the HP Premium 32, a little heavier paper just in case parts of this are well suited for a background. So we'll move this off to the side and get our other plate. They're kind of wrinkly, and that looks suspect right there, but we shall see. Oops, yep. That's leaving it on the plate. We'll see what we can do. See if we can save it. Nope. Well, that's too bad because it's looking really beautiful, but that part is not, for whatever reason, did not it wants to stay with the plate and not come with the paper, so. Wow. Yep. Well, other than that, it's pretty fabulous. All right, well, I love it except for that, and let me put it back on here so I can move it around. You could, of course, use acrylic markers to try and repair that, It's not the same because on the paper it has a different texture and surface than just the paper. So I'll show you what I mean in a second, if you can't see it already. So it's not anywhere near perfect, but yeah, you know what? I kind of like that. And I did work a little bit on this, trying to smash that a little bit flatter, and I also got it out of the pot. So we'll look at that other print and then look at the prints we made, and I'm feeling like I had a really successful, very successful shopping day at Goodwill. Uh-oh. Yeah, that did not go well. I can already see that. I think you can see the issue here. It did not stay. The paint was dry, and that's not gonna pull properly. Yep. Oh, that's a shame. Wow. Yeah. So, but isn't that fascinating? I do love that. And I love these. So this has potential. I'm going to try it with the golden. So yeah, everything I got today is a keeper. This, the flower, this, although it's not as lovely as I had hoped. And of course, this is, well, these things happen, right? And then we have this one. And this one. And I'm gonna have to say, this one turned out to be my favorite. So, hope you had fun. This is Vicki Reed with Jelly Plate Fun. I'll see you next time.